Hey guys, the animation that we'll be creating today is the one that you see in front of you. So I'm just going to restart this animation. As you can see, the sun comes in. We tap on this, there's a sound, it goes up and down, and then we have the moon come in and the scenery change as well. We can tap on this wire again, and the moon goes down, and then the sun comes up again. So this is the exact animation that we'll be creating today. Stay tuned, and let's get started. So in order to create the video that or the animation that I just showed you, we have to organize a few things. So here we have our wire, which we need to pull. Here we have the window, which we are going to animate to turn into color. Here we have the front animation, which is basically, again, this front thing. We have the sun. As you can see, if the sun goes in the back, it's going between these two mountains. So it's going between the front animation that I have here with the front mountains, the cliffs, on and so forth. And then I have the back mountains, which are sitting behind the sun. Similarly, on the moon side, if I go here and if I just drag this moon, as you can see, the cliff and the mountains here are actually sitting on the front, whereas the back mountains are sitting at the back. So now that we have a proper organization of these, I'm just going to name them. I'm going to say this is going to be day, and this is going to be night. Now that I have that, I'm going to select both of these and I'm going to say Protopie. I'm going to open the Protopie plugin and I'm going to say I want to export these two screens. One other thing that you obviously should note whenever you're exporting them, the sizes should be pretty much similar to the sizes that you're uploading here, or you need to do some customizations. So now here we have our screens. If I go ahead and preview them, this night looks good. If we preview the day, this day also looks good in the mobile screen that we have. So now I'm just going to move this on the left probably. And I can also just go ahead and slightly narrow this screen so you can see this always on the left. And here we have our Protopie. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start with the day. I'm going to say when I tap on this wire, so I'm going to select the wire, and I'm going to say when I tap on the wire, a few things should happen. The first thing that should happen is it should play a sound. And I'm going to say it needs to play back something. But in order to play the sound, I need to go ahead and I need to include the media or the media file. So here I have the switch file that we're going to use. And I'm going to say when I tap on it, I want you to do a playback. And that playback is going to be this. So now if I go here and if I tap on this, I'm not sure if you can hear it, but if I, let's say, just restart it. So there's that tap sound that I need. So now that I have that, let me just go ahead and actually increase this in size so it's a bit larger and we don't get distracted by Figma's frame at the back. So now once we tap on this, this obviously should start. This sound should play and that works fine. But now what I also want to do is I want to say that this sun is going to start going down. The sun is going to start setting. So I'm going to say I want to move the sun. Since I already selected the sun, it's selected. But if you didn't select it initially, then you just need to go ahead and select the sun in the move panel. And now once you do that, it already has a position of 487. So I'm going to say it's just going to have a position of 900, let's see. So now if we go ahead and play this again, if I tap this, as you can see, the sun goes down immediately. I'm not sure if I've ever seen a sun move that fast, but it is what it is. I'm going to increase the duration and I'm going to say that this should be an ease out, maybe. And I'm going to say it should happen for 1 second. So as you can see, I think that's still a bit faster. Maybe let's try the ease in. I think the ease in is much better, but the timing should be 1.5. So now if we tap on this, refresh, tap on it, and it is really smooth. And I think that's fine. That's exactly what we need. After that happens, we want to go to our night screen. I want to say it should go to the night screen and it should go after a delay of, let's say, this many seconds. So now if, let's say, we tap on this wire, as you can see, it now goes to the night screen, but we want to say the transition should be fade. Now let's play it. So here we have a fading night transition. But in this night transition, what I want is I want this moon. First of all, I don't really like the moon. I don't know what's going on with the moon. I think it should be slightly white. Let's just go ahead and see if we can configure the moon. Here we have the vector layer at the background. I'm going to say make editable, and I'm going to say this shouldn't be that white. Maybe it should be something like this. So now that we have this moon background set, I'm going to say when the screen starts, basically, currently the position of the moon is 210. And I think that's fine, but I want the moon to start from the top. So it should start from the top, and what should happen here is that when the screen starts, so when anyone comes to the screen, the moon should move. Again, I'm going to select the moon. The moon should move to its original position that we had, which is 210, and the same effect can be applied, which can be for 1.5 seconds, and it can be an ease in and ease out, or maybe just an ease in. If we do that, as you can see, the moon comes in, or if we do an ease out, the moon comes in like this. I think this is probably much better. So now that the moon comes in, that's all fine. We also wanted, I think that's exactly, most of it is done. We're going to say we want to add a new trigger, and that trigger should happen obviously when I click the wire. So when I tap it, this moon should go at the bottom and just disappear. So I'm going to say when I tap it, I want something to happen. I want the moon to move to the 900 position, similar to what we had for the sun. And the same animation should apply. So I'm just going to see what the animation for the sun was. It was 1.5 ease in cubic. So I'm going to do the same. It should be 1.5 ease in and then cubic. So now if I, let's say, tap this wire, that's funny. It's actually changing the wire's position. So I want it to change the moon's position. So now when we tap it, the moon goes below. And maybe for the moon, it can be a slightly larger animation because, again, the moon is slightly placed on top. So here the moon goes down, and that's fine. And then after a while, what should happen is this screen should jump back to the initial screen, which was the day. And then I'm going to say reset the selected screen. That's really important, to reset the selected screen. And now if we try it, if I tap on this, here we have the sun. If I tap on this again, we have the sun going down. And I didn't tap the screen or change the screen here. So I'm going to say when we jump, I want you to reset the selected screen as well. So let's just restart, tap on it, it goes down. Then we have the moon come in, and then we tap on it again. And then obviously it immediately goes to that because I did not add a delay to the night screen here. So I'm going to say there's going to be a delay here of, we can just say 2.5 seconds. So now if I preview this again, restart, tap on this, the moon goes down, then the screen comes in. Obviously this should have a fade in animation. Again, tap, the moon goes down, then after a while this thing comes up, and then tap, and then we have the sun going down as well. A few other things that we need to do, obviously we need to go ahead and add that sound that we mentioned. I'm going to go ahead and add the media directly from this screen to this screen. And I'm going to say that this screen should, here on the tab, should play back the exact switch sound. So as we can see, tap, and it's going down. Again, if we have a look, tap, it's going to go down, and then the sun is going to be here. And if we tap again, it's going to be a looping animation. One other thing that I would like to do is when we tap on this wire, I think it should slightly go down. And for that, what we want to do is we want to say that we should move. So we already have the tap. We should move this wire by an X position of, sorry, a Y position of maybe 20. Maybe that's sufficient. So if we try it out, click on it, it moves, and then after a while it should move back, right? Because we don't want it to stay in that position. So I'm just going to say after that, it's going to go ahead and just move back to its original position. And we can also just add a reset trigger. And this reset trigger was pointed to me by someone on YouTube. I think Graphic Design is his channel, so you guys can check it out if you want. I'm going to attach his comment in the video here as well. So if you reset it, then basically what's going to happen, I'm saying that this wire should reset automatically. So now if we, let's say, tap on this, so as you can see, there's a nice pattern, right? Just if I restart it, click on the wire, it just goes down and goes up immediately. I'm going to copy these two things. I'm going to go to my day, I'm going to go to this tap, and I'm going to add that here as well. So now if I tap it here, Obviously nothing happens because I need to go ahead and select the wire here as well. So I'm going to select the wire here in both of these circumstances. And if I, let's say, tap it, you can see the same effect being applied here as well. One other thing I'd like to do, and I know you guys probably are thinking that this guy just keeps on adding stuff, but one other thing I'd like to do here as well is when the screen starts, the sun shouldn't be in this position. Rather, it should actually be in it should come in from the top. So I'm going to say that the current position of the sun, I'm just going to copy it as 487. I'm going to say the sun's default position, which should probably be somewhere here. And then if the screen starts, the sun should move from that position to this position. And obviously I want the same effect. 2.5 ease in, ease out is probably fine. So now if we play this whole animation, we have the sun coming in when this animation starts. Then we have this tap thing, the sun goes down, then the moon comes in, and then we have this tap thing again, the moon goes down, and then the other screen comes in. So this is the animation that we wanted. Let me see if there's anything else that I want to do, but probably just for this video, that should be sufficient. So again, thanks to, so I just went to YouTube and come back. His name is Vivek and he's from India. So thanks a lot, Vivek, for letting us know about this reset trigger that we can use in a lot of our animations to just simplify the process of anything going back to its original state. So now just one again, if you tap on it, the sun goes down, the moon comes up, again, tap on it, and then the moon goes down, and then the sun goes up. So that's the animation I wanted to share with you today. Thanks a lot for all of the great feedback that you guys have been telling me about, informing me also about Protopie, and just again being a really great audience. So that's going to be pretty much it. Do subscribe, to hit the bell icon. If you have any questions in the comments, definitely let me know, but I'll see you later. Bye.